Hi, good evening. So while I was finishing those panels and starting the new ones, I realized I don't have any spray starch at home, so I decided to make myself some starch tonight. And the recipes we found, it was a discrepancy. My mom and I were looking for the recipe, and one recipe said 1 tablespoon, one said a teaspoon per cup. So I'm gonna start with the teaspoon per cup, and they say just to, because I'm gonna make 2 cups. So I'm gonna pour in about 1/4 cup of water. A bit more. They said to mix it up really good, so there's no clumps. Okay. And then to add two cups of boiling water, which will be here will be 1 3/4. I used this thing, it was kind of dirty, and I have these Echo Claws that I picked up at the local Newby's Ace Hardware, and I decided to use it to clean it up. And there was some stuff on it, and I got some baking soda, and I cleaned it up, and it looks like new tonight. So that was use 2 teaspoons cornstarch. Kind of want to, I don't know if I want stiffer or heavier starch. They said this was maybe for a lighter starch. So I'm going to see. I like to experiment and see. So maybe I'm just going to add another ½ teaspoon. Now that recipe said to let it cool to room temperature, so I'm going to set this aside and let it cool to room temperature. And then they talked about adding, you could either make it with distilled water and vodka. Oh, this was all distilled water, by the way. Distilled water and vodka. Well, I was trying to figure out, you know, where the starch would come from. Well, vodka's a starch, you know, because it's usually potato starch. There's the starch, and they say those really work really well. Well, this recipe called for just distilled water and cornstarch. But for long-term storage, they're saying with the distilled water and cornstarch to keep it in the fridge. Well, I don't want to have to keep it in the fridge, so I'm going to, when this is ready to go and cool down, I'm going to add a little bit of vodka to it. I know it's going to increase the starch, but I think the vodka will help, you know, because the alcohol in it help keep away all the bad stuff. So maybe I can keep it up here. But they want to say when you pour this into the bottle to make sure to shake it really well. And I'm one that I always end up shaking everything when I use it too, because I just recycle old bottles around the house. Like, this is an old bottle. The labels are still on it. And that's just water I use for spraying, rather than having complete steam on my iron. So, but I'm going to get these, start making these up and see what we can do, see what I can do for them. The other ones are all 4 completed, and they're still up. They're up on my Etsy shop. Link will be in the description. And these, I've got 2 of the single ones, and I think they just look amazing. I can, if you want, I can custom them and sew them together like I did the other 2. If you want the other 2, the pictures are up on my shop of these. So make sure to send me a message and contact me, please, if you're going to. So, all right. Well, I'm excited to see how the starch goes, and I'll let you know in a future video. Have a good night. Bye bye.